trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me jewel through the traffic. Footwork, fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my credits are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my credits are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the sign of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You want to Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my credits are off. Everything was better off. Oh.
Well, it might not be enough to solve the drought problems here in the Golden State, but it sure is coming down pretty good here in Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Oakland Raiders. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, come to Andy. You
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. He'll have a first down past the 40. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tony Pollard, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Check 53 Smart. Go, go. 80 weapons. Slam, slam, slam. Slam, slam, slam.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Breeze now. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints. 1st down.
First down, New Orleans. Here we go, here we go. The 8, read. 56. I hope you brought your left, because I'm about to take you. Shoot.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
At the Raiders' 41-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Put up. Check 44. Check 44. General West. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Throwing now is Breeze. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Fields. He's going to air one. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60 or. Don't get nervous.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
25, check 25, go.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Saints 10, Raiders 7.
Let's go. 10, no, 6, go. Watch the run. Check 43. Check 99. Check 99. Walk. 3.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch out.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Broken tackle. And another tackle broken.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Out. Hey, switch. Say, go.
Back to throw. Fields. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 2-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. In his own end zone, it's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. On the run, it's Fournette. Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
60 Pittsburgh. Number 53, Mike 53. Let's go back now.
Throwing on second and 8. Breeze is going to float this over the middle deep. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
We want it. Come to my work. Hey, rotate. Twist. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 26.
Throwing again. Fields. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On first and 10, Fields. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Pollard. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Off the play fake. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone able to record his 5th sack of the season. Looking to throw. Fields. Eluding the pressure. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. Complete. Smith has it. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, undercrunch. Mark 56. Mark 56.
The final shot before break. Fields. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Hey, Charlie!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Breeze. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
A gain of 4 makes it 3rd and 2.
Hey, let's go. Back and go full strength. Wide, give it.
Trying to run for it with Pollard, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6. It's going to be a long day. Check.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find Isabella. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Throwing on first down. Fields. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Thomas, the intended target. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Switch. Pick that. Go. Hatchet.
To throw on second down. Fields. And that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Ready. 18 Gator. 53's mine. Exit. Hit it.
Fournette running right. A beautiful fake. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it again with Fournette.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
218, chop.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. It's caught here by Adams. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Off play action. Fields. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Check three. Tight dog. Shit, you're up. Shit. What's that? Slam.
On 4th down, Fields. That ball complete to Isabella. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
7, Mike, 7. I'm coming after you. Hey, after you. Check.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Lucky. Check three.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Sheldon Rankins. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On 3rd down, it's Pollard, and he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now Breeze. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Escapes the sack. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Run for Pollard. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run with Fournette, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Breeze now to throw. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And got his man complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Andy Isabella, 79 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. Operating from the gun, Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This will be taken very short.
Come on, fellas.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast?